T-Rex. Let's call it a Sunday morning of surprises. Surprise! Guess where we are? Surprise! Guess what the weather is doing? It's just gorgeous. Blue sky, starting off in the 50s up here, and there's still snow on the ground. So yes, I'm gonna ride the lift. I'm not sure how much skiing I'm gonna do. You know, I got that injury a couple weeks ago, but there's still snow up there. That's even doable, and that's been closed for 2 weeks. Doable means you can find a way to get yourself down. Surprise! 3 inches of rain in Longmeadow and Springfield yesterday. Did that weather come from the north or south? Yes. Our little backdoor cold front interacted with that just chaotic system that came out of the Gulf of Mexico. And all of a sudden yesterday, the dew point spiked to 64 in the afternoon. And we had, I guess, probably stationary thunderstorms form over the Connecticut River Valley, the Pioneer Valley. I yesterday mentioned, someone might score a half inch, but 3 inches, wow. Everybody caught off guard by that. Still a little meso low pressure system spinning around Cape Cod, but I checked Hyannis, it was only 0.01, so that's not too helpful for the Cape Cod worm farm. T-Rex, let's go over here into the sunshine, find some birds. Come on, Rex, come on, Rex. Look at these flowers. It was just, 10 days ago, this was all covered with snow. Mother Nature is just fascinating. Daffodils, daylilies are next, and birds are singing. Where are you, bird? I hear you. Yep. What's not to sing about? It's a beautiful morning here in much of New England, except for southeastern Massachusetts. But I think that we're not going to repeat what happened yesterday. That energy is moving east and out. And so now most of New England comes back with sunshine today. Probably not Cape Cod to Boston, though. Probably staying in the 50s. Yesterday, left Boston was 57. Got up here, I actually saw 87 on the automobile thermometer on Route 100 in Waterbury. I think that was a little because I stopped at a fueling station and got some warmth. But we did hit 79 in Montpelier, 85 in Burlington yesterday. Record warmth once again. And we're probably going to do something similar today. So way underestimated that storm yesterday in south central Massachusetts, and somebody must have something on Twitter. You know, it's 7:30 in the morning here, and I'm shooting this forecast, and I'm going to troll Twitter and see if I can't find somebody with some nice cumulus cloud shots yesterday. I'm sure there are some. I mentioned that, once it gets cold aloft, those April convective clouds are going to be beautiful, so didn't expect it really to happen yesterday, but that's Mother Nature just does what she wants when she wants, doesn't she? All right, so Sunday of surprises. That was a huge surprise. Surprise that I'm up here. Surprise I'm going to try and get on a ski lift. I'm not going to use my poles. My arm is still hurting. Hopefully I can get my boots buckled. That's going to be the biggest challenge. Probably going to do first chair and last chair. It's kind of a ceremonial thing, to try and get last chair of the season at your resort. Not that skiing is going to be over for the season, but probably for me. I may try and go to Jade tailgating next week. And more surprises, what's going to happen for Jade tailgating next week? Well, let's look at this powerhouse storm in the Midwest this morning. It is snowing hard in parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota. And that front is going to come through here with just some scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm tomorrow. And then it gets colder aloft. You have some blue specks starting to show up, some snowflakes starting to show up in the tops of the mountains in New York and Vermont here, probably Tuesday afternoon, maybe Wednesday, enough for a coating. And then, of course, Thursday, Friday, another warm front. We've had one every week this season. The one this week, just record-shattering warmth. Next week, it's going to be sort of seasonable. And it looks like the guidance trying to produce a low south of Cape Cod on the warm front next Friday night and Saturday. That's a game changer for perhaps snow in the hills of New England next weekend. So this weekend feels like summer. Next weekend feels like it probably is supposed to feel early in April, and we may end up with, the Euro says more than 2 feet of snow on top of Mount Washington. Of course, that's overdone. And look at Wisconsin and Minnesota. Wow. So winter is trying to make a little bit of a comeback here, and usually when you get this kind of record warmth, some rebound is going to occur. So surprise, Mother Nature is not done surprising us. All right, I'm going to go try and take some lift rides and do the edit later. I'm going to try and add some imagery and whatever I can find from what happened near Longmeadow in Hampden County. And also the trip from Boston up to Vermont. Pretty spectacular sky, watching the thermometer go from the 50s to 60s to 70s to 80s. It didn't touch 90, but it felt like it when we got here. What a beautiful evening. Went on a sunset walk around here. Leave you all that. And oh, Rex, T-Rex, where'd you go? He was so happy to find that last pile of snow. Weren't you, Rex? T-Rex, what are you doing? Grazing. Rex, you're on. Rex, Rex, can we have your attention here? Degrees. He's always got a positive. I don't think I've ever seen him really down. I did a double take, but that does say 87 degrees on Route 100 in Waterbury, Vermont on April 15, 2023. Warmest mid-April in our life. Up to 79 degrees pulling in for the last day of ski season. Don't often come here in the summer. This is what it's like. Just your average California ski resort. This one just happens to be in northern Vermont. And we're at the first tee now. Looks ready. A week ago it had a foot of snow on it. T-Rex, where's that paw? You all want to go on a summer walk. T-Rex is like, I haven't had enough snow yet. We hear you, Rex, we hear you. It's fun having snow at 85 degrees, isn't it? Some of us can never get enough. We're at a golf course, by the way. And it's looking ready. Technically, it's still mud season. Rex just teed off. He made it right over the river. Probably no herring. I think this is the north branch of all the different branches that merges with the west branch and goes to the Little River and eventually the Mississippi. You see that right? Or we can just go play golf. No herring, right? Maybe some trout. I don't know how these fish find their way up into the mountains. I'll learn more about that this year. All uphill from here. Thank God the wind is from the west. Huh? What's the question?
It's so low.
What's so low?
I'm not sure. I think it may be talking about my IQ.
And then they all come back.
I think they released the dam to prevent flooding.
Oh, yeah.
By 12 feet? No, I'm kidding. Seriously, it is pretty low.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask those in the know. I thought it was the snow, but he doesn't care what it is. As long as there's a dead worm down there somewhere. Yeah, I'm into that. I want to smell like a worm. All the girls are going to love me. The hills are alive with the sound of... How the skating rink went from 6 inches of ice over those coils to this. Rich, how'd you do that? Open that whistle pig up, will you? Birds and running water. all of a sudden it's 11:20. We intended to ski for 90 minutes in the morning, but it was just too good. So a little action from today. Publishing my out the door weather and more really late today due to fun. I'm not done either, going back out for the last bell.